everybody. Welcome to day 95 of Reseller Reflections, a day in the life of a full-time reseller supporting her family. It is September 11th, 2024, and here we go. So first off, I just want to talk. We hit our sales goal for the 10th day in a row. 10 days in a row, we've hit our sales goal. Now, I did not think this was going to happen. I said this in our mastermind earlier, or in our come list with us, and everybody was like, well, don't be so negative. Don't be so negative, And I'm like, it's not negative. It's just, all right, the streak's got to end sometime. But that time is not today. Now, I have to say, up until about 7:30, we had not met the sales goal. It is now 8:30, and a sale came in, $100 sale, and that pushed us over our sales goal for the day. So that was really exciting. So of course I had to pack it up, ship it up, ship it, ring it up, all that stuff, and delay this because I just wanted to hit 10 days. All right. So we're 10 days in running. Phew. All right. That feels really good. And I'm also, so everything is shipped tonight. I am totally reset to zero, as is, I hope, Jill of Rusted Truck Relics, Jason, Santee Swapper, Char, Fabulous Flamingos, Kathy Singz, Nick, Mr. C Chats, Vanessa, Brightest Holidays, Diabetic Reseller, Judith R, and Pam of Whimsy and Such. All right. Now, I'm going to get back to a video I have been talking about because there are 7 steps to beat procrastination is what it's called. But I just think there's 7 things that we probably all need to think about. So the video, it is Lewis Howes, School of Greatness, and it is speaking Rory Vaden, and he's talking a lot about his book. It's called Procrastinate on Purpose. So there are 7 things. So we're on number 4. And number 4 is, I don't know, the title was kind of off-putting to me, but when I started to think about it, I got some stuff to share with you guys. It is the creation principle of integrity. And I thought, all right, like, yeah, we have integrity. I don't know. That doesn't speak to me. But when they started explaining it, here it is. Think it, speak it, act, it happens. Think it, speak it, act it, happens. All right. So this got me thinking about the speaking it part. And, when you speak something out loud, like that is that is usually the crux of what spurs you into action. We say it out loud to yourself, you're kind of accountable to yourself. You say it out loud and you tell some other people, yes, this thing is more likely to happen. You're more likely to be accountable and really, go for it. So, a lot of times, and especially when we work by ourselves, we're thinking a lot of things. We don't put it out in the universe. Maybe there's nobody to put it out to. Maybe there's nobody you want to speak it to. And one of the things, and it was just weird because immediately what I thought was back to Think and Grow Rich, which our book review is also linked up here. And that was one of the main concepts. Like, one of the things that Napoleon Hill kept hammering on was you need to say these things out loud, right? You have a goal. You need to say it out loud, whether it's to yourself, whether it's to your mastermind, whether it's to anybody. Saying it, writing it down, but saying it, speaking it out into the universe does something. It is powerful. It is the first step before action. And, I was a little leery of that. Like, oh, okay. Yeah, I guess, speak it out. And the more I'm thinking about this, the more I'm realizing its value. So what am I doing every day for 95 days? I have gone on, created a video, done the reseller reflections, spoke it out loud, the things I was doing, whether it was the 4 hours of listing a day, whether it was, creating my schedule, writing the book, all of these things, I'm speaking out there. The reset to zero, I'm speaking it out there. This is something that I am thinking about, but putting it out there, it's definitely making a huge difference. He was really onto something. Like, that is, once you put it out, like, the way he said it was, words are the first manifestation of ideas into reality, right? You have something in your head, and the first manifestation of that is that when you speak it, it goes out into the universe, but that is also making it concrete and a reality. And, we do this in our mastermind group, and for many different things, right? When you put it out there, stuff starts to happen. That is the first manifestation before you act, is to say it out loud. Speak it. Please speak it. Tell someone. Put it in the comments here. Join our mastermind groups. Say it there. And just that power of speaking. I'm just like, how did I not realize, like, that was what was propelling all of these changes and all of these things forward? Because for years, I would have these ideas, and, even starting the business, people in my life would constantly say to me, constantly be shocked by what I did, right? Whether it was like opening the business, career changes I've made, deciding to start a family, whatever, all of these things, right? Keep them in my head. Like, I'm thinking about them. I'm thinking a lot about them. And I had never I would always feel hesitant to speak about it. I thought like something bad would happen if I spoke about it, or people would respond in a negative manner, or not be supportive, or I don't know, all of these things. Even the reseller reflections is a good example of that. Like, it was fear that was holding me back from putting it out there. Like, when I wanted to open my brick and mortar, to the people around me, it seemed like very sudden. Like, all of a sudden, I'm like quitting my job and opening a business. Yeah, for me, it wasn't sudden, but I think I probably would have had more support and more, um, would have been driven more to action if I had actually thought it, spoke it, and then act it. So I would think it, act, and then let everybody else figure it out, including myself. Like, I would never say these things out loud. Like, they would just magically happen. And I know that was the wrong approach. So now, I'm talking to you all about what it's like to, be a full-time reseller, what it's kind of like to walk in my shoes for a couple days, if you're listening. And I think the speaking it is really, really important. So if there's something that you are striving towards, something that is rattling around in your head, a great goal you have, something you really want to do, speak it out loud. Make sure you speak it to the right people. If you're saying it to somebody else, like, you want to be with people that are supportive and aren't going to have a negative reaction. Also, I don't want to say trained. That doesn't sound right. But you might be in a situation where you're maybe don't have the support. I know a lot of people have great support, and that's awesome. But if you are in a situation where you don't have the support, or you're pretty sure that person that you want to talk to is not going to be happy for you, or not going to be supportive, that's the wrong person to tell, right? When you want to speak something, you want to make sure you have the right audience. And even if it is just speaking it to yourself aloud, that counts. That absolutely counts. Like, you can go into the mirror and, just say these things out loud. It's going to be a little uncomfortable. You're going to feel a little bit about, oh, like the guy on, what was the guy on Saturday Night Live? I'm good enough. I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me. Stuart Smiley? Anyway, all right. If you're my age, you know what the heck I'm talking about. If you're younger, you have no idea what I'm talking about. But I gotta find that meme. I'm sure there's a meme out there someplace for that. But that's what I think of. But even if you feel like him, you know what? Maybe he was onto something. All right. So here's the challenge for you all: think it, speak it, act it. It happens. Words are the first manifestation of ideas into reality. So make sure you use your voice, make sure you speak it to yourself or the right people, and make it happen. Today, my word actually today was authentic. Thanks to Pam of Restated Threads. She's been talking a lot about authenticity, and I'm going to read you the quote, but I'm not going to talk about this probably until tomorrow, or maybe, I don't know. We'll see. But it's definitely going to come up at some point in Reseller Reflections. Authenticity is the daily practice of letting who we think we're supposed to be, letting go of who we think we're supposed to be, and embracing who we are. And that's Brene Brown. And yeah, I think that's kind of cool. Let go of who we think we're supposed to be and embrace who we are. All right, guys. Hopefully we didn't get too deep tonight. It is, no. I will see you on day 96 of Reseller Reflections tomorrow. Everybody, have an awesome night, and thank you for spending this couple minutes with me. Bye-bye.